So, if you're thinking about how to protect your retirement savings, chances are you've come across the name Birch Gold Group. For over 20 years, they've been one of the big names helping folks move their IRAs and 401ks into physical precious metals. But the real question is, are they the right partner for your nest egg? Let's dig in and find out.
Look, with the economy being as unpredictable as it is, it's no wonder so many people are looking at gold as a way to find some stability. But choosing the right company to help you do that is absolutely critical. So, is Birch Gold Group a legitimate safe haven for your money, or are there some serious risks hiding just beneath the surface? That's what we're here to figure out.
Okay, so what's the big deal with Birch Gold? In a market that's pretty crowded with precious metals companies, what makes them stand out? Well, it really comes down to one major thing. They make it accessible.
And this number right here, this is what I'm talking about, $10,000. That's their minimum investment to get started. You know, for a lot of people who are curious about precious metals but aren't ready to bet the entire farm on it, this is a total game changer. It really opens the door for a much wider range of investors. And to really put that 10 grand into perspective, just look at what the competition is asking for. Big players like Augusta Precious Metals, they require a $50,000 minimum. Goldco wants $25,000. Birch's lower bar for entry really makes them one of the most approachable options out there, especially for first-timers. But hey, it's not just about that low buy-in. These guys have been in the game since 2003, which is practically ancient in this industry. And this is a huge plus. They don't just offer gold and silver. You can also get platinum and palladium, which is fantastic for anyone who wants to truly diversify. You add in their different storage options and a real focus on teaching you the ropes, and it's easy to see why they're so popular.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks, the part everyone really wants to know about. What's this actually going to cost me? Because an investment can look amazing on paper, but hidden fees can just chew up your returns. So what's the real price of admission with Birch Gold?
You know, their fee structure is actually refreshingly simple. You've got a one-time setup fee of $50. That's it. After that, you're looking at annual costs for things like storage and account maintenance, which comes out to about $200 a year. The key thing here is that these are flat fees. They don't go up just because your account grows, which is a huge win for anyone in it for the long haul.
And here's a little bonus for bigger investors. If you happen to be rolling over $50,000 or more, Birch Gold will actually cover all of your fees for the entire first year. It's a really nice perk that basically wipes out those initial costs right from the start.
Okay, now for the tough part. Because no company's perfect, right? And if you've done any searching online, you have definitely seen some very serious complaints about Birch Gold. We are not going to gloss over those. Let's dive right into the accusations that have some people calling the company a scam.
I mean, come on. You see a review like this and it stops you in your tracks. It's all caps, it's yelling at you. It's a serious warning. So we have to ask, what could possibly make a customer this angry? So when you actually read through the negative reviews, a couple of major themes keep popping up. The number one complaint is about the price. Customers feel like they were charged these insane premiums on special proof coins instead of just standard bullion. And that leads directly to complaint number 2. They get their first statement in the mail, look at the number, and their account value is way, way lower than the money they put in.
So this right here is the heart of the conflict. It's a huge communication gap. On one side, you have the customer, and they're looking at a statement from a third-party custodian that just shows the melt value of the metal. But on the other side, you have Birch Gold saying, whoa, wait a minute, that statement doesn't show the actual market value of those collectible coins you bought. And that disconnect seems to be where most of the anger comes from.
But that's just one side of the story. So what does the company have to say about all this? And more importantly, how do these few loud complaints stack up against the ratings from thousands of their other customers? Let's take a look.
Birch Gold's official response is pretty consistent across the board. They argue that all the pricing, including the markup on every single coin, is spelled out and requires the customer's verbal okay before any purchase is ever finalized. They also point out that these premiums are detailed in the customer agreement that everyone signs.
And despite those really intense one-star reviews, this is the rating from the Better Business Bureau, an A+. And this isn't some new grade. They've been an accredited business and have held on to this top-tier rating for over a decade. And it's not just the BBB's grade. It's the actual customer reviews on their site. Out of almost 200 reviews, they average a 4.51 out of 5. It just goes to show that while the negative voices are loud, they really are in the minority.
And then, if we zoom out even further, across other independent review sites like Google and Consumer Affairs, you find over 1,200 positive reviews. So while the negative experiences are definitely real and serious, they seem to represent a pretty small slice of the pie.
And this is a big one. A deep dive into public records shuts down some of the scariest rumors you might see online. There is zero evidence of any investor lawsuits, no SEC investigations. They've never filed for bankruptcy, and since the company is privately owned, any rumors you see about its stock price are just plain false.
So after weighing everything, the low entry fee, the fees, the very serious complaints, and the overwhelmingly positive ratings, who is Birch Gold actually for? Let's try to paint a clear picture.
It seems like Birch Gold is really a perfect match for a specific kind of person. If you've got at least 10 grand that you're looking to invest for the long term, and maybe you're new to this whole precious metals thing, their educational approach is a huge plus. It's also great if you like the idea of having one dedicated person to guide you, and if you want to diversify with stuff like platinum or palladium.
Now, on the flip side, you should probably look somewhere else if you have less than that $10,000 to invest. This also isn't the place for day traders or anyone trying to make a quick buck. Physical metals in an IRA are a long-term strategy. You can't just sell them with a click of a button when you need fast cash.
And that really brings us to the final question, and it's a question for you. If you're that cautious investor and you just want to get a foothold in real, tangible assets, does Birch Gold's easy accessibility make it worth the potential risks that those critics have highlighted? Ultimately, that's a decision you have to make for yourself. We just hope this explainer gives you a balanced view to help you do it.